Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's Zoom on Treat Yourself to Health, the 30 Days to Healthy Living with Arbonne plan. I'm just so excited to share with you. My name is Tammy Boothby, and I'm an independent consultant and regional vice president with Arbonne, and I'm just so excited to share this plan that has completely changed my life in every way. And you know, when you're just excited about something, you just want to share it. So I wanted to just talk about, people, whenever I talk about, 30 days to healthy living, clean eating plan, people like tense up and they get nervous because they think health has to be, like deprivation, or it has to be so extreme, like all raw or all, one thing or the other, twigs and berries. They just think it's like deprivation. And I just want to like reassure you, this is not starvation or deprivation in any way. It's just health, it's like giving your body what it needs to function at its best. And honestly, you get so addicted to how you feel, there's just no turning back. So I'm so excited to share some of the key components about this plan. And, this isn't about perfection in any way. It's just, again, being motivated by how you feel. So what are some signs that you might need to detox? These are questions just to ask yourself right now. Are you low in energy? Do you suffer from fatigue? Oh my goodness. It's like stuff, we all have, and it's just our normal, right? Brain fog or headaches, sugar, salty food cravings. Are you sleepy, bloated, or gassy after meals? Do you have trouble sleeping? Do you have aches or pains or stiffness, constipation, can't function without coffee? Difficulty losing weight, maybe a weak immune system where you always have the sniffles or a cough? Do you have all kinds of allergies, skin problems, indigestion, acid reflux? And, are you someone who's just kind of addicted to the Diet Coke or diet something with the aspartame and artificial sweeteners and stuff? It's so interesting because so many people, just maybe don't even know how it feels to feel good. And that was me. I'd had a headache all the time. If someone asked me if I had headaches, though, I would have said no, because I just didn't know what it felt like not to have a headache. Isn't that crazy? So you think about it. Today, 1/3 of the US adults and children are overweight, obese, or even morbidly obese. Obesity-related disease is the leading cause of death. 1 in 68 children have autism. Cancer and diabetes are growing at a staggering rate. And so many people are suffering from high blood pressure, high cholesterol, depression, cancer, diabetes, neurological disease, or autoimmune issues. Autoimmune issues. It seems like every other person has either a digestion issue, some kind of allergy or food tolerance, or an autoimmune issue. Don't you agree? I just feel like that is so prevalent now, and far more prevalent than it used to be. So why all of this? Why is this happening? Because we have so much sugar in our diets, and a lot of it is hidden sugar. That documentary called That Sugar Film is super eye-opening, just to see, how all these health foods have hidden sugars and what it's doing to our bodies. 70% of the Western diet is made up of processed foods. Meat, dairy, and poultry is loaded with hormones, antibiotics, and fillers. Fruits and vegetables are genetically modified and sprayed with herbicides and pesticides. And so what we end up doing is we're filling our body with these frankenfoods full of chemicals and preservatives. And so why do we want to detox? Because we want to identify these food allergies which are causing inflammation in our body. We want to eliminate the cravings by removing chemical additives. We want to create an alkaline environment, cleanse the liver, kidney, and colon, reduce inflammation, balance blood sugar, balance our hormones, decrease our appetite, increase weight loss, boost the immune system, increase energy, and feel awesome. So who's on board with all that? Of course we want all of those things. So, it was interesting. I learned that only 10% of our body composition and how we look and feel is genetics. 10% of how we look and feel, how we feel, is from exercise, which I thought that was going to be much higher. And 80% of how we look and feel is based on our lifestyle. based on what we absorb through our skin, through the air we breathe, and through our food. Isn't that interesting? So I look at that like 90% is in our control. And isn't that exciting? That's so empowering here. But there's so much to what you're absorbing. And I love that Arbonne has this holistic approach to health, because we have a skincare, you know, and personal care line, so we can decrease the toxins coming in through our skin. Because did you know that what you put on your skin absorbs into your bloodstream even faster than food? It affects your health even faster than food. So it's good to, you know, you could be eating organic and clean, but then putting toxic personal care products on your body, so those toxins are still absorbing into your bloodstream. So I love that there's this holistic approach. It's basically like anti-aging from the inside out and outside in. So we're really watching what we put on our skin, but we're also watching what we put in our body. And Arbonne has so many amazing certifications. We're vegan, we're gluten-free, we're soy-free, we're nut-free. There's no artificial ingredients whatsoever. We're GMO-free. And we're certified clean. We're actually far more regulated than anything you could buy at a grocery store. So I love that. So with our plan, just a couple of the highlights. For 30 days, we're going to eliminate allergenic, acidic, and addictive foods. And those foods are gluten, dairy, soy, sugar, corn, alcohol. What else? Anyway, sodas, that kind of thing, artificial ingredients. And I wanted to ask you, do you know what the #1 food allergy is in the United States? The #1 food that sends kids to the ER. Do you want to know what it is? It's so fascinating. It's milk. It's dairy. And it's so fascinating, isn't it? Because that's like so heavily advertised as it does a body good. It doesn't. It causes, you know, it causes so much inflammation in our system, and it's acidic. So we're going to talk about that. I love that Arbonne has, you know, we have a whole Facebook group where we offer recipes, meal plans, grocery lists. And so wouldn't it be cool to live in this world where we're sharing recipes instead of diagnoses? And so you don't have to go out and find all these recipes that are sugar-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free. It's done for you. We give you, you know, meal plans, grocery lists, all of this to make it so easy to make healthy, simple recipes, right? They're very easy to put together. So delicious for your family to enjoy. So I wanted to talk about, you know, acidity versus alkalinity and why that matters. You know, we want to avoid the acidic foods because our body is actually made to be slightly alkaline. Our bloodstream is supposed to stay in a slightly alkaline state. So when we're consuming acidic foods, it makes our blood acidic. And the way we feel when our blood is acidic is it's sort of like driving a car in first gear. It just, it takes so much more energy for your body to function at its best. So that's why we get so tired and we're brain fogged and we can't lose weight. And we're more prone to osteoporosis when our blood is acidic. And we become a sickness and disease magnet. That's not what we want, especially in our current state of affairs. So one of the best things we can do is to eat alkaline or eat plant-based. So plants, the, you know, green leafy vegetables, all of the veggies that your mom always told you to eat, those actually make you more alkaline. And everything in the Arbonne plan makes you more alkaline. So does a shot of apple cider vinegar. I'm so big on that. That's such a great thing for your body, just to give it an alkalizing boost. And so here's a quick tip too. If you're like, you know, going out and having drinks or, you know, cupcakes for a birthday party, enjoy that. But then come home and do a shot of apple cider vinegar just to get your body more alkaline, right? It's called balance. And, you know, before I go even further, I just want to stop here because think about it. In 30 days, we have 90 meals. What if you ate 80 meals clean? It's going to change your life. You're going to feel so good, but that still allows for, you know, wine with the girls, you know, birthday parties, whatever, you know, whatever you need to do. just eat 80 out of 90 meals clean, and that will completely change your life. So I want everyone just to relax into this. This doesn't have to be so, dramatic. So when we're more alkaline, disease cannot grow in an alkaline environment. Isn't that cool? That just makes me excited. So it's so interesting too, because the more alkaline we become, our taste buds actually change. And so food tastes sweeter, like vegetables start to taste sweeter. I've had people who start on the Arbonne protein shakes and stuff, and at first they don't like them, but then as their taste buds change, they just crave them, and they start to crave greens and healthy foods, so it's so interesting how you can literally change your taste buds from the craving processed foods to craving whole foods. But you have to give it a couple weeks. So that's what this 30-day plan is for. And you guys, let me just tell you, I had such major sugar cravings. And I don't have the cravings anymore. I'll tell you why in just a second. But we have all these like amazing healthy treat recipes too. So we've got you covered. You eat snacks, treats, you eat tons of food. There's no deprivation whatsoever. All right, so back to eating clean and staying alkaline. I just wanted to talk to on the fact that, this is a plan that's really, it's so unique in the marketplace today because it focuses on gut health, staying alkaline, and, detoxing our body from chemicals and things that our body can't absorb. If a toxin is actually considered something that can't be used as energy. So like preservatives and all the things you can't pronounce, that can't be used for energy in your body. So it's just getting stored. And guess where it's stored? In our fat. And so that's what creates that rebound effect. Sometimes we can restrict calories and lose weight, but then we gain it back, right? Because your body's going to hold on to the fat to protect us from those toxins. So if we can get rid of the toxins, which we have this amazing 7-day body cleanse, which helps, and the fiber and the detox tea, all of these help to detoxify our system. So if we can get rid of those toxins, we can, get out of that rebounding cycle and just, have our weight balance. Wouldn't that be cool? This also decreases inflammation in the body. So it's so interesting. I wanted to talk quick on GMOs because genetically modified foods, that's where, and I wasn't even sure what that meant until I heard Robin O'Brien's TED Talk, which is amazing. You should check it out. And she talked about how corn, for example, is being injected with, the DNA of a corn seed is being injected with glyphosate, which is the chemical name for Roundup, so an insecticide. So this glyphosate, starts to grow in the plant. It produces its own insecticide as the plant grows. And the FDA says that glyphosate is safe for human consumption, but what it's not safe for is our gut bacteria. Glyphosate completely wipes out our gut bacteria. And so that's a big deal because we produce most of our immune system in the gut, okay? And we also absorb nutrients in the gut. So think about this. If we're not able to absorb nutrients, we're actually becoming overfed and yet undernourished. And so it's not that we're needing more calories oftentimes, we just need more whole food, and we need gut health to absorb that whole food. Isn't that interesting? So this plan really works to, again, eliminate the GMOs and to help heal the gut. So the way to avoid GMOs that I've found is to, when you're shopping for fruits and veggies, that PLU number, that sticker that's on the apple or the banana or the cucumber, whatever, you want to make sure it starts with the number 9, because then it's organic and non-GMO. Any other number, you're not sure. But at least you can avoid the GMOs by shopping with PLU number 9. And then also apple cider vinegar is the antidote to glyphosate. So it helps to clean out the glyphosate residue in our body because it's virtually unavoidable anymore. So so isn't that interesting that our cravings go away too once we start to heal the gut? not only are we going to boost our immune system and boost our serotonin levels, because that's another thing that is manufactured in the gut, is our serotonin, our feel-good hormones. So truly, this plan makes you happy. It's going to reduce your cravings, and it's going to heal the gut so you can absorb nutrients better, and those cravings go away. It's amazing. So let me see here. I just so blown away by this plan. Every time I talk about it, there's just so much more to be excited about. So I wanted to talk to you about what we remove and then what we do include, because, you know, people get real nervous. Oh dear, what am I going to eat? So the acidic, we're going to remove the acidic, allergenic, and artificial foods, but then we're going to exchange them for better options. And we have all these great recipes, like I said. So we're going to remove dairy products, gluten, so anything with wheat, rye, or barley, crackers, bread, cereal, pasta, cookies, cake, all those things. We have different recipes though, with like almond flour, coconut flour, that kind of thing. So we just replace them with better quality flours that our body is going to utilize better. We're going to, because did you know, this is another fun fact, did you know whole wheat bread spikes your blood sugar even faster than a Snickers bar? Did you know that? And everything in Arbonne is low glycemic index certified, so it's safe for diabetics. So actually, we want to stay away from the pastas and things because they're just so high on the glycemic index that it spikes your blood sugar. Whenever our blood sugar is spiking, it's causing inflammation in our body. So again, we're going to, plus, you know, you're spiking and then you're bottoming out and spiking and bottoming out. Again, it's just a recipe for feeling tired, for weight gain, insulin, that insulin surge. Insulin's actually a growth hormone, so it makes your body hold on to fat, hold on to your weight. So we, in this plan, it's going to hold your blood sugar steady throughout the day. And I love that. You're not going to have these surges and crashes all the time. I'm so excited. I can hardly stand it. So anyway, we're going to get rid of processed foods, most things that come in a box or bag with ingredients you can't pronounce or identify. We're going to get rid of margarine or similar type spreads, coffee, soda, alcohol, artificial sweeteners, and refined sugar, white rice, white potatoes, and anything with soy. What we do eat is fresh fruits and veggies, low on the glycemic index scale, brown rice and brown rice pasta, olive oil, coconut oil, oatmeal, quinoa, nuts and seeds, nut butters, beans, lentils, any kind of beans, organic corn tortillas, organic eggs, organic chicken, turkey, which is nitrite and nitrate-free, grass-fed beef, wild-caught fish. Like I said, we have tons of recipes. And then how do we support the detox? We're going to use Arbonne's, you know, and here, let me pause here. You can do this plan without any Arbonne products. Isn't that cool? Like if you follow these principles, you can do this plan. But Arbonne makes it so easy. It's like fast food for busy people who want to be healthy and save money. So I just love how Arbonne makes it so easy for us. So how do we support this detox plan with Arbonne? We have this amazing protein powder. It's made from peas, brown rice, and cranberry, highly absorbable. It's 20 grams of protein. Tastes amazing. I mean, honestly, it tastes like cake batter. We have all these recipes too. You can make protein pancakes or muffins, or I just made a carrot cake with the protein. You can make cookies. You can make, I make this, it's like crackle. It tastes like chocolate to me or something. It's so delicious. And it's just the protein treats. It has a full amino acid profile, so it can really be a complete meal. And then we have the fiber boost, which is odorless, tasteless, gritless. You can add it to anything. You can add it to oatmeal. You can add it to your shakes. And it just keeps you feeling full and stabilizes your blood sugar. A lot of people question, you know, why would I drink a shake rather than eat food? And I'm going to say, eat food. That's great. You know, it's just not everyone can prepare a clean meal for all 3 meals of the day and snacks. But here's the key. A liquid meal accelerates detoxification. A liquid meal allows your body more energy to work on the elimination organs, relieve the elimination organs so that they can do their job better. And then we have these amazing fizz sticks. I mean, come on, we love them so much. And that's to replace coffee and soda. They're very alkalizing. They increase your energy, but not in a way that's, it makes you jittery. Instead of stimulants, it's nutrients. So it's filled with B vitamins, chromium. It balances the blood sugar, green tea, and guarana. And then we have the detox tea, which helps usher out toxins, and it supports the liver and kidneys. It has 9 botanicals. It's very mild and decaffeinated. You can have a hot drink in the morning. If you want a little boost, add a fizz stick to your hot tea, and then you can have your little boost too. We have the Digestion Plus, which again is so huge right now. We want to take care of our gut so that we can boost our immune system with prebiotics, probiotics, 11 digestive enzymes. It's in a little powder packet. It doesn't even have to be refrigerated. You can throw it in your purse, take it with you anywhere. And it takes away the bloat, the gas, any kind of indigestion, acid reflux, whatever. It takes care of you. It's so good. I love that stuff. And then the 7-day body cleanse you're going to do once a month. It's just a drink you add to what you're already eating throughout the day. There's no starving, and it tastes like lemonade. It's delicious, and it helps support bowel elimination and blood cleansing, supports the immune system, supports the GI and liver health as well. And man, it's delicious. So a typical day, we generally wake up. I drink like 32 ounces of plain water just to get my water in. I brew a cup of detox tea, and sip on all my liquids, and then I'll have a fizz stick, to give me a little boost, maybe do my exercises and stuff. And then you can make yourself a shake with the protein and fiber. I love to add spinach or kale and frozen strawberries and the chocolate protein, and then add a little bit of coconut, that cream out of a can of coconut milk or something, just for extra healthy fat. Or you could add a half of an avocado for the healthy fat. You want to think of every meal and snack as being a lean protein, a healthy fat, and vegetables. Okay, so think of that combination, and you can't go wrong. And then for lunch, you could do another shake, or you could do a clean meal, and then, have a snack in between, hummus and veggies, something like that. And then for your dinner, we have all of these clean meal recipes to choose from in our Facebook group. So I just want to turn it over and hear a few testimonies, and just how, all of us have incorporated this plan in different walks of life. So do you want to go first, Tara?
Hi. My name's Tara Guthrie, and I'm an Arbonne independent consultant. And I've been doing the 30 Days to Healthy Living for the most part, probably almost 2 years now. I was one that I gave up dairy and gave up gluten for allergy reasons. I was having a lot of issues with my stomach. I was breaking out into hives on my skin. I had no idea why. And I've not been a meat eater for years and years, but I was slowly starting to eliminate things. But what I was finding is I wasn't nourishing myself. So I wasn't bringing anything back into my nutrition. I was just eliminating, and not feeling good and not knowing why. So I started doing the 30 Days to Healthy Living. Oh, and another thing too is I'm a coffee addict. I was a coffee addict since I was a little girl. My dad would give me coffee when I was little, and I drank coffee all through high school, all through college, all through ever. So I had given up all that stuff except for coffee, and I tried the 30 Days to Healthy Living for the first time almost 2 years ago, and I could not believe it. I was really nervous to give up coffee. That was like the biggest thing. I was so scared to give up because I'd already given up the gluten and the dairy. But the coffee, I was terrified to give up. And within probably 2 to 3 weeks, I could tell a huge difference in my skin. My hives stopped. Like I would, for over a year, I would wake up and I would have hives all over the place for no reason. And my digestion was a mess. My gut was a mess. My skin was a mess. But I couldn't figure out why, because I'd given up all these things that they told me to give up to help it. But after doing the 30 days for probably, like I said, about 2 weeks, my skin changed. I stopped breaking out into hives. My digestion was so amazing. I never had the coffee withdrawals ever because I started doing in the mornings, instead of that first cup of coffee to go get, I would start doing the detox tea, and then I would mix a fizz in with it. So I'd still get that hot, like nice, warm drink in the mornings to get me going. And I felt so much better. No crash. I just felt way more alert. But I just could not believe the difference that I felt inside and out. And I also definitely use Arbonne skincare products, but what kind of started showing through on me was the nutrition. And I started having people ask me what I'm doing. And one of my good girlfriends was really funny. She was just like, she's like, what are you doing? Because you've always, in backstory too, I'm a certified personal trainer, but she's like, you're always in shape and you always, I'm one of your friends, you always look great, but you're just not as puffy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it depuffed me. So just giving up those certain things really, really helped me inside out, and just my energy level just exploded. I was sleeping better. Again, and with the skin conditions, it just changed everything. And some of the things that I love to make on the Arbonne with the recipes, I love to make like brown rice burrito bowls. So I love to get the beans in and the brown rice and the avocados and just tons of veggies. And it's so filling, but it's so clean. I know where it's coming from. And it just feels so good. And I love my protein shakes every morning. I actually do a protein shake with all my greens in it, and my fruits, and the fiber boost and the digestion plus for my pre and probiotics. So it's so easy. It's like a one-stop shop. So I have my protein shake in the morning, like pre-workout. And then I've been doing just a plain protein shake with maybe like an extra little bit of fiber and just the protein powder for my post-workout recovery to get that extra protein that I need. And it's changed everything. I mean, it just has I just sing its praises because it's so easy, and Arbonne just makes it so much fun, and the community's been a ton of fun. So I love it. I'm hooked.
Thank you. This is awesome. All right, go ahead, Lauren. We want to hear from you.
All right, can you hear me? All right.
Yes.
So my name is Lauren Chafee, and I've been in Arbonne since 2017. I've always used the skincare, and I got addicted to the fizz sticks early on. I never really tried the 30 days until this past January, like completely committed to it. And I am one that I had IBS-D super bad, and it was getting to the point where I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't function. And it was also to the point where like you look in the mirror and you're like, I just can't do this anymore. And I was like, I need to do Arbonne. And this was about in January. So I ordered my 30 days. Actually, both my girlfriend and I did. And we completely, after 2 weeks, saw a change. I was a person who was drinking 4 Mountain Dews a day for a long time. That is a lot. And I finally realized, like, I can't do that anymore. So the fizz sticks had been a big game changer for me as well, and kicking the sugar. I was so addicted to the sugar. For about a week, I had super bad, like, withdrawals. Like, I had the really bad headache. I had shakes some days just because I wasn't getting that sugar. But after about a week, that subsided, and I haven't felt better since. I've only had one pop since that. It's been about 50 days. I've only had about one pop, and I haven't had a pop since because it tasted disgusting. So it completely changed my taste buds too. And I'm down, I want to say I stepped on the scale the other day, and I'm down 23 pounds since January. And that's following, I did strict 30 days, and then I've done an 80-20 since then. So 80% of the time eating clean, and 20% of the time I still have my wine because I'm a wine addict. I still have my wine, and I've had a bowl of ice cream the other day. But it's just a matter of getting back on track and eating clean 80% of the time. And it's been a huge difference for me with cutting out the dairy and my digestion overall. So it's just been, Arbonne's been a blessing. And if I had to give one tip, I'm a super picky eater. I hated kale, hated broccoli. I didn't like greens. And I wasn't really willing to give them a try. But this past, like when I did my 30 days, I gave it a try, and I'm a super big fan of kale now and broccoli. I eat my leafy greens. You just have to find a way that you can incorporate it into where it's you like it, if it's good for you. And with the group that you get with the 30 Days to Healthy Living, the recipes are outstanding, and there's a recipe for everyone. So if you're a picky eater like me, there is a recipe for you. And once you find the one that you love, like Tara said, I do the breadables. I put the chicken in there and beans and rice, and that is my go-to. Like if I have to work, if I have to close, that's my go-to meal. And then I have 2 shakes a day, and I usually put my greens in there, and I like to put frozen strawberries and blueberries into my shakes as well. But Arbonne's been a game changer for me, and I don't think I will go back to anything but the 80-20 lifestyle.
I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Mia, do you want to go next?
Mute me. Okay, hi
There you
guys.
go. Hey, Mia.
My name is Mia Manalato. I'm independent consultant with Arbonne, and my story is kind of maybe different from some people that go into this. I thought that I had the perfect diet. I got back into Arbonne because I missed the skincare. I saw this 30 Days to Healthy Living, and I don't know about that. Maybe I'll try it. And I thought I was doing everything perfect. And then when I knew that I had to give up coffee, I was like, oh my God. Like Tara said, I was a coffee addict too. I mean, I had the special French press, you know, I would buy like the most expensive coffee there was. I was into all the different beans. And I think it was just a ritual. So when I did give up the coffee, I just switched my ritual to the tea, and I started having my fizzies, where you add the fizzy stick into the tea in the morning. And now I crave that. It's amazing. But also what I didn't realize is that my body was probably acidic. I was always using vinegar, because we give up vinegar except for apple cider vinegar. What else was I doing? Oh, well, I'm a vegan. Okay. I wasn't eating meat. I wasn't eating meat. I love vegetables, but there were certain little tweaks that I needed to do. And, even after eating so healthy, I always felt like that last 5 pounds I couldn't get off. And it was after the 30 Days to Healthy Living that I saw my bloat just go away. I just felt so much better. I haven't had coffee since July, I think, last July. And I just use this as a part of my life. I'm a busy hairdresser. I work 10-hour days, back-to-back clients, except for, well, recently I haven't been because of this coronavirus. But anyway, usually I don't have time to eat. And so bringing this shake to work with me every day, it really fills me up. And before, I would bring lunch to work, and I would never get to it. So I would be starving at the end of the day. So I've kind of retrained myself to do the 2 shakes a day, which is easy for me. And then when I come home, I have my dinner, and I'm done by 7. And every day I look forward to my tea. I cannot live without my fizzies. Not only do they give me energy like coffee never did, but they put me in a good mood, and I'm getting all my vitamins. I had my blood work done, and all my vitamins are perfect. And I think that I'm getting everything I possibly could need in the 30 Days to Healthy Living program. So it's been a part of my life now. You know, I think a lot of people think you do this for 30 days and you're done, but it is you know, every day I have my shakes, I have my probiotics, and I have my fizzies, and I just, so, you know, it's really helped me change the way I think. Like, you think you eat perfect, sometimes there's little tweaks that you need, and it's great getting back into those skinny jeans I couldn't fit into anymore. So that's my testimony. I love it.
Yes. I love it. Yes. All right, with Megan.
Hi, I'm Megan Browza, and I have been using Arbonne's 30 Days to Healthy Living for 13 months now, so we're a little bit over a year, and I have never followed anything for a year that involves, you know, a lifestyle change such as this. And that's because I've never felt this good in my life. This is the best I've ever felt. I was diagnosed with celiac disease about 2.5 years ago. My sister tested positive, and she was like, "You gotta get tested. I know you have it." And I was like, "No." Got tested. I had it. So I thought that, getting rid of gluten would make me feel better. And it did make me feel a little better, but I still was like, that's weird. Like, I'm still not feeling great. I'm like Mia. I always thought I was healthy. At least I'm going to say past 5 years. Before that, forget it. But I always thought I was pretty healthy. You know, I had salads, and I felt like I had a balanced plate. But and I usually would do a cleanse, like I'd say like every 3 months, probably 3 to 4 cleanses a year. But usually what I would do is like a juice cleanse. And let me tell you, that grocery bill for doing juice cleanses, it was like upwards of $500 a week for a 7-day juice cleanse. $500 a week to buy all organic vegetables that I would then juice. So it was not only extremely time consuming, but it was expensive. And at the end of it, I felt great while I was doing it because I was eating all these vegetables or drinking all these vegetables. But the program I was doing, it was mostly just liquids for the week. And I would get hungry, like I did not like that plan. And not only that, but after the 7 days, I'd be like, oh, great. I'm going to make this juice next week. Nope. Never happened ever. That's one reason why I like Arbonne, because it's so easy. It's so simple. I'm a mom. I have 2 kids. I stay at home, and I have a puppy. And I just feel like making breakfast for myself, like a nutritional breakfast and a nutritional lunch, is not something that I would make time for myself to do on a day-to-day basis. I mean, to be honest, sometimes, I'd be busy doing running my errands or getting stuff done in the house before I picked up the kids for school. And I would be like, shoot, I skipped lunch today, and then I'd be hungry. And then what would I do? I'd go eat like some Doritos or like something that like I know was not good for me, but it was there. And so I ate it. I just feel like it's the easiest way for me to get the nutrients and the protein that I need in my day. I guarantee you I have never had the protein and the nutrients that I needed in my day. Definitely not for 3 meals. So, the simplicity of it, the ease of it, the taste. I've had other protein powders and they taste chalky. I don't like the way they taste. I love all the flavors that we have. And even my clients are like, wow, this tastes amazing. Also, I was never a coffee drinker, but I love the fizz sticks. I think they're amazing. And also my clients that were coffee addicts could not believe how they did not miss coffee after doing this program. So overall, I just feel like it's very easy. There are recipes for a busy mom. It's just simple to like pick a recipe that they give you and make it. And I also want to say that it does seem like a lot to cut out at first. When I read like all the things that we recommend eliminating in your diet, I was like, whoa, I can do gluten because I'm celiac. But I was like, there's no way I'm giving up dairy. I love my wine and cheese. There's no way I'm eliminating alcohol. So cheese, no. Sugar, no. I love sweets. Alcohol, definitely not. What else? Soy. I didn't even realize what soy was in until I had celiac. And caffeine, it was fine. So there are 3 to 4 things that I named that I thought would be impossible. And I'm telling you, if you try it for 30 days, like you can do anything for 30 days. If you try it, if I can do it, you can do it. I was shocked as to how I felt after the 30 days. I had rosacea and I always had to use topicals. I use no topicals anymore. One thing that surprised me was like my menstrual cycle, like my PMS symptoms. I don't have cramping anymore. I think I'm a little bit nicer. I was just shocked as to how I was like, what? I started my period today? Usually I like, have a few days where I feel cruddy and I know it's coming. And that was like a really nice surprise for me. Energy level up, definitely, sleeping better. I feel like when you see the results, you're not only are you proud of yourself, but you look in the mirror and you're like, wow, this was 30 days. I can do this. So yes, you can do this. And then you will continue. And if you're like me and most people, you'll switch to like an 80% lifestyle. So yes, I have my wine once in a while. I have cheese on a salad once in a while. So it's not like, oh, you have to eliminate these forever. It's not that way at all. Like I said, if I can do it, you can do it. So I think, it's worth giving it a try. There's no reason why you shouldn't. And right now is the best time. You have an entire 30-month supply that we give you, and it's accessible and it's easy. So if you want to try it, I think now is the best time. And your body will thank you. Trust me.
I love it. Megan, what is your food bill like now? How do you compare, like your grocery bill?
Well, I'm one of those people that's not a food planner, so I go to the grocery store like every other day. But I go to the grocery store and I'd say my bill is like $50 maybe. I'd say like 150, and I have a family of 4, maybe like 150 a week. Like to feed a family of 4, like that's awesome. And also I want to say, if you have anyone at home that's not very supportive in this, because my husband, he was like, I can't believe you're doing something like this again. Like, what a waste of money. Why are you spending the money? And then after he saw the changes in me and that he realized like, all right, well, this did last for 30 days. Guess who does it now? My husband. So I just want to let anyone know that doesn't have support at home, that it's okay, and we are here to support you as well. But if you put your mind to it and you want to do it, you will do it, and your family members will see the changes in you and they might hop on as well. So don't get discouraged.
Oh, I love that, Megan. Thank you so much for sharing. And thank you for that important point that this, it's a 30-day plan, but it really becomes a lifestyle because you get addicted to how you feel. I've been doing this now since 2013. And I just want to close out on my testimony and just, again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. So I was introduced to Arbonne in 2003 and, of course, loved the skincare and makeup and everything. I first started using the nutrition plan in 2013, but before Arbonne, the reason I was drawn to Arbonne was because in 2002, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was 27 at the time, and like Mia and Megan, and Tara, I thought I was so healthy. I was vegetarian, I was a runner, and here I am clobbered with this diagnosis at such a young age. And my mom had actually gone through breast cancer when she was 28 and she died when she was 30. So we did all the genetic testing on me, and guess what? It was not genetic. I still went through the bilateral mastectomy and reconstruction and 6 months of chemo, but I just kept wondering if this isn't genetic, then what my environment is causing me to grow a breast tumor at such a young age. And so it was after my cancer experience that I set out to switch everything. I learned that what you put on your skin absorbs into your bloodstream, affects your health. So I switched my makeup, my personal care products, everything over to Arbonne because it's so clean and safe and pure. And then sadly, oh my goodness, my sister got breast cancer when she was, in 2009. And, here we are rallying around her. I thought for sure she would go through the same thing I did, the chemo, the surgeries, and she did. But it was like this runaway train. The tumors kept growing back, and they do more surgery, more chemo, and more tumors. And so sad. She passed away in 2012 at the age of 42. Just this beautiful, vibrant school teacher, always playing jokes, animal lover, and I still miss her every day. And it was after Sheila passed away that we learned that my family actually grew up outside of a nuclear weapons facility in Colorado. It was called Rocky Flats, if you want to Google it or YouTube it. But this plant was making the plutonium triggers, which is the heart of the atomic bomb. And plutonium is the most radioactive substance on Earth. And here this plant was 2 miles from a residential area. And what happened was this plant, because of all these safety code violations, the plutonium was actually leaking into the groundwater and into the air, and a 30-mile radius of people were unknowingly exposed to this radioactive plutonium, including my family. So once I learned all of this, I actually got tested at my integrative doctor's office, and I was positive for plutonium, cadmium, beryllium, uranium, plus high levels of mercury from going through chemo. And I tell you what, I just wanted to curl up in a ball. It was so terrifying because I just kept thinking, if I have something radioactive in my body that's emitting radiation from the inside out, that's like another potential cancer diagnosis waiting to happen. And I did chelation at the doctor's office, which is the big guns. It's supposed to pull heavy metals, but it actually damaged my kidneys. I had to stop. And we were back to the drawing board. My doctor actually looked at me and said, I don't know what else to do for you. And that's when I decided to do Arbonne's 30 days to healthy living plan. And my doctor's like, go for it. I don't have anything else, for you. And at the time, I'm like, okay, who goes off sugar? I don't know anyone who's sugar free. I was dabbling with gluten free, dabbling with dairy free, but I didn't really, I grew up on processed soy as a vegetarian. So, it took a second to just adjust to the recipes, but I found that, again, my taste buds changed. I wasn't craving coffee like I thought I would. My digestion improved. All of my adult acne cleared. Like, go figure, dairy causes acne. Hello. I wish I had known that growing up. That would have saved a lot of teenage distress. My skin just got brighter. My nails are growing so much. My sleep patterns are better. I cannot tell you enough about how Arbonne changes you. The outside, your skin looks so different when you're fueling your body and, getting more alkaline on the inside and healing your gut, all of those things, everything changes. My hair's growing like crazy. But the cool thing is, after 8 months time, I got retested and there was no plutonium detected. You guys, this plant supported my elimination organs in such a way that it cleared the plutonium out of my system. And my doctor and I just stared at each other like, wow, this is incredible. And I knew in that moment that this was so much more than a cute little business, a cute little thing. This was a movement. This was a message. This was, something that needed to be shared. And in that moment, I decided to do this as a business and to, again, this was my way to honor my sister's life and honor my mom's life by sharing health so that other people won't have to go through what my family went through. And you guys, it was just sharing my testimony. It was sharing the story of Arbonne and what makes Arbonne different, and offering a solution for families and offering a discount and an ability to shop online. That's it. I was able to replace my nursing income in 2 years' time, and now I've doubled and tripled it. It's just been the biggest blessing of my life, and I just want to extend that offer to you that this is possible. Not only can it change your future and your health, it can also change your bank account and give you that financial security that perhaps you've been looking for. So we'd love to at least have a conversation if you're curious about the business. So you can get there. Everything at Arbonne is such a blessing because you can get it at a discount. As a preferred client, this plan is 40% off. As a consultant, this plan is 50% off. Plus, you get free gifts. And, as a preferred client, you get free shipping. There's a 45-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. So think about it. It's a 30-day plan. You have 45 days to figure out if it's working for you. And, that tells me that Arbonne's very confident. I think they get like less than 1% return rate. So that's how effective these products are. And, you think about it too. We talk about genetics all the time, but what if we're not passing on genetics as much as we are our habits and our recipes? And I just feel so passionate get to help change recipes in a family, create new habits, create new traditions that are going to go on for generations, and educate the kids and fuel them so that they know how to make better decisions for their health too. And so we invite you to be part of this health movement, this nutrition mission with us. And just get a hold of your consultant. Whoever sent you this video thinks highly of you and sees this as a potential blessing for you and your family. So it's definitely worth a conversation, and we just invite you to be part of this health holistic community, because really the greatest gift that you can give to those you love is a healthier you. So thank you so much for joining us, and we just want to invite you into Arbonne and welcome you into our team. So love you guys.